welcome to another inbox review. This time we're looking at a Kinetic Gold, in fact, F-104G/S, 148 scale. We've got the length parts 200 plus. It says photo etch included, and actual model may vary slightly from the box art. Decals printed by Cartograph, and decals designed by 104 Graphs. Don't know who they are, but there we go. I'm not sure what makes this a gold kit, but there we go. It's the 104GS ASM/M Starfighter, Italian Air Force. There's a little bit of information there on the actual history. We've got some kind of CAD pictures on the side, and a bit of information here on the actual model. Model features, in fact. So it says Martin Baker IQ7A injection seat, radar module, updated new intake, avionics bay behind the cockpit, detailed NLG wheel well, sorry, excuse me, new wingtip launcher, bulge tyres, which is nice actually, two types of IP, interceptor bomber, positionable flaps and slats, new engraving technology for crisp panel lines and laser engineered for super detail, and new instrument panel, I guess for the different versions. And there's a BL-104 pylon and AIM-7 ASPID launcher, and 2x AIM-7 with stencil. Dual fin and new lower center line fin. Okay, excellent. We have a kit number here. The kit number, I'm assuming both ends. Yes, both ends are the same. Kit number K48093, and then we've got our 3 decal markings on the side there. So let's crack open the box. We'll take a quick look at the instructions first. Seems to be the fairly standard Kinetic black and white staple instruction booklet. Picture of the aircraft, bit of information on the actual Italian Air Force version, standard sort of layout of the pictograms to tell you what to glue, what not to glue, etc, etc. Recommended tools. Straight into the instruction leaflet. We've got a call out for the different sprue map, including photo etch. We've got colours in a variety of different manufacturers. So we've got Migamo, Vallejo, Mr. Colour, Tamiya Enamel. It says Tamiya Enamel acrylic, and Humbrol enamels. That's quite useful. Apparently you can go to, for colour profile, please go to www.kineticmodel.com for download. So that might be useful to have a look. Maybe they do a colour version of the instructions. We then go straight into the build of the cockpit, unsurprisingly, fairly standard affair. Ejection seat, cockpit. There's also a bit of, it highlights kind of the painting guide here, which is quite helpful. The radar. We've then got the sort of engine exhaust. We're then building up what looks like the front wheel well, and that's the sort of center wheel well as well. Nose, 2-piece. It's a bit of a shame that couldn't have been a 1-piece. Looks like there's a few holes we need to cut out. I don't know if it varies depending on which version. Yes, look, you need to look at this carefully. This is the F-104S ASA. Needs those holes. I don't know, I assume the other versions then potentially don't. In fact, there's some here for the ASA M. So you will have to just check what you need there. Then it's all going together. This slightly reminiscent of the Hasegawa 104, which I've built many moons ago. I seem to remember it had this kind of standard breakdown of cockpit centre wheel bay and just the end of the engine, although the Decals one doesn't have the avionics bay, which obviously this does. We've then got various bits going down the bottom here. This is the front wheel well, and we've got some more bits here, the radar system, horizontal stabilizer. Then we've kind of got these engine intakes going on, and then we're building up the wheels, landing gear, etc. here, and again the two for the side here. Some little bit of photo etch going down here, which is nice. Didn't notice whether it was the photo etch seatbelts. I didn't actually notice that. Yes, you've got PE seatbelts at the beginning there, which is quite good. Various bits, speed brakes. Got some different options here to drill holes, although these look to be the same for all versions. It doesn't mention different versions here. And this is there's obviously this P bit here again at the end of the wings, although it does say not installed when selecting wingtip tank or missile launcher. We've then got covers here for the avionics, or you can have it open, which is nice. We've got the canopy going on. There's a little bit of PE here, canopy open option or close, which is nice. These I have to say, these do look better than some of the earlier Kinetic instructions. It definitely, it's not too busy. It's fairly sensible layout. Bits and pieces, little bits and pieces going on here. The different fuel tanks, bombs, etc., missiles, and then there's a sort of layout of options here. And then we come into a paint guide. Unfortunately, it is obviously black and white. And we've kind of got this two-tone dark sea grey, dark green, with a silver, I think that's silver, white aluminium underside. We've then got this kind of almost just medium grey and satin white version. And then we've got another same, I think that is dark green, dark sea grey, dark green and white aluminium. So you've got your three options there. We're presented with multiple bags. We've got 2 sprues in that one there. And we've got a single clear and a single sprue in there. So that's 3 sprues and a clear. And then we've got 2 sprues, a bag of 2 sprues and a larger sprue then together. And then we've got also the decals and a small piece of photo etch. We'll quickly check the photo etch. So the photo, there's a couple of little bits there. Hopefully you can see that. Doesn't feel too thick, but it's only really seatbelts and a few little bits and pieces. We might as well quickly look at the decals as we've got them to hand. In their cartograph, they're very glossy. What is nice about this aircraft, which I knew there was a reason I liked a 104, is that there isn't a lot of stencils. So you're not going to be spending the whole of your life stenciling it. There's very few stencils actually. And obviously the cartograph logo. They are fabulous looking decals. I don't doubt they'll go down really nicely. Put them out of the way. What we'll do, we'll open up this first bag. These are nice bags because they're resealable, a bit like the ones for things like ICM, and they have these nice resealable plastic bags. Nice crisp plastic. Very, very subtle panel lines. They're not heavy at all. Rivets, quite a lot of rivets. Obviously, I think, again, I'm not an expert on 104, but there's quite a lot of rivets around the back end, more so than the front. But I don't know how well the camera's going to pick these up, because they really are very fine panel lines on here, but it's really nice. Again, there's no flash on these. nice numbering as well. I find some of the older molds of, you know, even Airfix or Revel, that it's sometimes quite difficult to find the numbers, but you can see the way they're sort of raised. They're quite clear and easy to find, which is nice. Not really any, a little bit of detail in the cockpit area here. And these doors are nice. There's no horrible injection pin marks, which is good. That looks nice, really nice. Then we've got a very busy sprue here. Wow, that is awesome. Look at that cockpit. I don't know how well, again, the camera's going to pick that up, but the actual sidewall detail is fabulous. Nice bit of painting there if you're up for that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there are photo etch or 3D printed cockpit options, but if you just wanted to paint that and dry brush it, you're going to get a nice effect. Some lovely detail on the gear, center gear bay, wheel bay. Nice nose there. Very nice little parts. Nice wheels with the, obviously with the bulge. You've got the part there. There's the avionics bay. Looks nice. Instrument panel, fantastic looking. Wow, that is really nice looking kit. There's some really lovely detail. This, I mean, that really is obviously. This is one of the slightly more recent Kinetic toolings, and they obviously have really upped their game. That's fantastic. Hopefully you can see all that there. Really, really nice. So we've got a lot of the some more instrument panels. Obviously this kind of covers different versions, so it's covering many versions, well at least 3 versions I guess. Various bits and pieces. Again, it's a fantastically crisp sprue. There's just no flash. The panel lines are all really nice. There's a bit of weirdness in that one, but I think that's just the way the plastic's gone through. It doesn't feel any untoward. Yep, that's good. Got some missiles. Let's have a quick look at these. If I can fathom out how to open the packet. Ah, here we go. Sorry, I'm making a mountain out of this, aren't I? These look to be, yeah, they're just 2 of the same. It's a one piece, well, one, it's not like it's one piece missile. Obviously got the fins to put on, but it's quite delicate. Yeah, it's a bit rough edges around here, but it's none of the nothing on the parts. Sort of burring around here, but the actual parts are all very clean. And that'll be our last grey plastic sprue before we go on to the clear parts. We've got our injection seat here. If you can see this, it all looks quite nicely detailed. Sides here, various backrest. There's 2 types by the looks of things. You can see there's one that's got these kind of ridges, one hasn't. And that's the cushion, injection handles. 2 different types of exhaust. Very nice for plastic parts, I have to say. You'd actually struggle, I think, even to get it, if you put a resin to have it actually be much better than that. Very nicely moulded. And then you've got a whole array of tanks and missiles on here. And there's some different bits to the injection seat as well. Again, that is a nice clean sprue. There really isn't anything untoward there. That's very impressive. And then last of all, we've got a very large clear part section here. Not quite sure why there's quite some. Again, I'm guessing there's some different types here, although they do look much the same. There's a subtle shape difference in these. I'm guessing perhaps this sprue covers the single-seater and the two-seater versions, although this build I think is only for a single-seater. But they're really nice clear parts. Again, I don't know how many can see. There's very little distortion. There's no horrible seam lines to worry about. They're really crystal clear. That's fantastic. That's a really nice, clean sprue. Well, that's great. Hopefully that's useful if anybody's thinking of buying a 104 Starfighter. Having built the Hasegawa many moons ago, which was a good kit, I can honestly say this one definitely has is the next level as far as detail is concerned. So yeah, certainly, obviously I've not built it yet, but certainly from looking at it, it looks a good kit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.